What's going on? What's going on? This is Ghost, and I'm here to bring you the UFL's top 5 plays of Week 4, brought to you by Real Tough Talk. We had a couple of defensive plays, we had some big-time catches, and we had some plays that shouldn't normally be mentioned. Those are going to be on the not top 5. But here is your top 5 of Week 4. And number 5 is King of Riot Squad versus 99 Problems. King looked like he was unblockable in this game here. He shows that he's able to push the blocker all the way back until he's able to get through him and get the sack on Casey, causing the safety in this play. This was a huge play by King, showing that he's balling out the season and people need to watch out. Great play by King. And number 4 is Mace of Super Friends versus the Wildcats. This would be a routine play as Dion throws it to Mace in the middle. But as Mace catches it, he makes one quick move, freezing Monster in place as he's able to run all the way into the end zone for the touchdown. What a quick move by Mace, showing that if you don't pay attention, he can make one quick move and he's gone. Great play by Mace. And number 3 is Chris of the Super Friends versus the Wildcats. Another big play by the Super Friends team. Dion throws it deep to Chris, and in highlight fashion, Chris jumps and snatches his ball out of the air, regardless if Monster's there playing defense or not. This is a You Got Moss play this week, and great catch by Chris. But y'all gotta leave my man Monster alone. All he's doing is trying to do his job and play defense, but that is still a great play by Chris. And number 2 is Hood of Rep City versus the Browns. The Rep City team has been one of the hottest teams this season, and it is showcased here by this great catch by Rel as Hood throws it up into the end zone. Rel, despite the defense there, jumps up and makes a great catch and falls into the end zone for the touchdown. This was a game-winning touchdown for Rep City, showing that regardless of what's going on in the game, they find ways to win. Great play by Rel. And number 1 is Tommy of the High Rollers versus Main Event. Tie game, last play of the game. Nelson throws it up. Who but Tommy is here to catch this play, as Tommy towers over all of the defenders there and catches this ball almost with ease. We've seen Tommy do this already this season, but this time was the game-winning touchdown to give the High Rollers the walk-away win. Great catch by Tommy. And here next up is a couple of plays that I get to put on my not top 5. Just a couple of plays, some bad, some silly, some weird, but they're all plays that I noticed and they're getting put on this list. Not necessarily bad to worse, but just one play after another that I saw this week. And the first play is of Welsh of Slaughterhouse versus the Violators. Not necessarily a bad play, but they're losing, so I guess Welsh is desperate to make anything happen. He decides if you can't beat him, wrestle him. As you see him here, putting Yomi inside leg lock. If he would have put the submission on, I think Yomi would have been in trouble. But hey, this is not wrestling, this is football. And the second is Nut of the Browns versus Rep City. This is actually a sequence of plays as Nut is filling in at the quarterback position. But not paying attention to the play clock, he gets not 1, not 2, but 3 delay of games all in the same half. This shows that Nut has no business being anywhere near the quarterback position. Let's not do this again, fellas. And the third play is by JJ and Ed of the High Rollers versus Main Event. Main Event, desperate and going onside to try to get back in this game. This should be a routine catch for either JJ or Ed. But they couldn't decide here, so they both dropped the ball and it's recovered by Bulto. This could have been a game-losing play for the High Rollers. Fortunately for them, they end up winning the game in the end. But this is not something you want to see in the future. And there you have it. This week's top 5 and not top 5 plays. Some silly plays, some great plays, some not so great plays, but all plays I got to showcase this week. Happy holidays to everyone, and I hope to see everybody next week. See you later.